welcome back to my channel Endless Pages. I'm Liv and welcome to another reading vlog. It is Tuesday, what's the date today? The 24th of May. It's about 3:50 in the afternoon and I thought I would film another weekly reading vlog. I haven't filmed one in a while, so I've kind of missed it, strangely, filming these. I enjoy them, so I thought I would film another one. So it's been a weird reading month. I feel like I start off every single vlog saying that, but it genuinely has been really weird for me. It's kind of slumpy at the start of the month, and then it's kind of picked up a bit thanks to reading some manga and some audiobooks. There's no way in hell other than a miracle that I would get through my TBR for this month. Like I said, it's already the 24th. I've read on my TBR Red Queen and Cruel Crown. I've read is that the only thing off my TBR? Yeah, that's the only thing off my TBR I've read. And then I've read Spy Family Volume 1 and 2, and then I've read another secret book for a themed reading vlog, which I won't mention in this vlog because I don't know which one's going to come out first. I finished that last night. That was not on my TBR. And currently I am listening to an audiobook. I'm really glad I chose to do this audiobook because it's a thick book, and like I think, yeah, this was definitely a good book to pick on audio. It's The Nobleman's Guide to Scandal and Shipwrecks, the third book in the Montego Siblings trilogy by Mackenzie Lee. It's basically kind of like pirates and adventures and stuff like that. So each book follows a different Montego sibling, and this book follows the youngest sibling, who we've only just kind of gotten to know because of his age. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm genuinely enjoying it. I didn't enjoy The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy, which was the second book, which was so disappointing because that focused on the female sibling Felicity, whose character I loved, was such a great, smart character that I just feel like the book just didn't do her character justice. So I was a little bit wary going into this book because of how much the second book had disappointed me, but I wanted to finish off the trilogy and see if this book was better, and I'm definitely enjoying it much better than I did the second book. It's not quite what I was expecting though. Like, the first book does cover some really heavy topics, and if you do read the first book, The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, I do advise you to check the trigger warnings because there's some abuse discussion and stuff like that that's discussed. And this third book, where it doesn't discuss like abuse or anything like that, it discusses mental health. And the first book in the series, even though it covers such heavy topics, has a great humour. And I found myself laughing out loud. So I think for one of the prompts of the Royal Readathon, it was like, read a book that makes you laugh. Or it was one of the readathons I'm doing. So I put this book because I thought it was going to have that humour, and it just doesn't have that humour that the first book has. Which I kind of sad because, you know, it was good humour. Like, actually made me laugh out loud. By the way, I didn't tell you how far in. I'm up to chapter 24 on my audiobook. I wonder how far in. One sec. How far in chapter 24 actually is. Wait, let me see. Yeah, so it doesn't have that same humor, and it's like really heavy discussions of mental health, and it's just like a main character, you hear that in a like dialogue, although it's not specifically like said what mental health issues our main character has, because it's set in like the 1500s, or when's it set? Like the 1500s. So obviously they're not going to call it what it is. But yeah, that can get like quite heavy after a while because it's just like constant. Oh no, 1700s, not 1500s. So I feel like it kind of does need a bit of that humor, but that's alright. It's still good, and there's just like not quite enough adventure for my liking. I feel like the adventure's only just going to happen in this last little bit, which is a little bit disappointing because it's such a big book. While I liked the pace of what's been happening without spoiling it, I just did wish it had a bit more of that fun, fast-paced adventure to it. So as I was rambling, I found my page in the actual physical copy I've got. So I'm up to pretty much like page 410, 11 out of 580 pages. So I'm getting through it. In audio terms, I'm listening at 1.5 speed, so that's like 2 hours and 44 minutes left. So I'm really intrigued to see where this ends, because it's been building and building and hinting at this kind of fun adventure side this whole book, and I really want to see where that's going to go and if we're going to get a fun, fast-paced ending, which is what I really want to happen. So we'll see. There's also certain characters missing from this story that are just mentioned from previous books, or you see them for 5 minutes, that I really miss and was hoping to, you know, have one more adventure with them. And then there's new characters that are introduced that I thought was so interesting and then just kind of left out of the adventure, which is a little bit disappointing, because this character seemed really interesting and really cool female character. But that's alright. I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Just like still not as much as I enjoyed the first book in the series. So yeah, that's that. I definitely think I'm going to get this book done today, which will be good. So it'll be an actual book on my TBR finished. I'm also in the middle of reading another secret book that I can't tell you about, that I think I'm just going to DNF. It's for a different theme reading blog I'm doing. I'm really not enjoying it. I'm probably going to DNF it. And then I'm also reading, I have to get up again, this book, Tales from the Hinterland by Melissa Albert. I was meant to be doing a buddy read with Amy from BookTube with Amy. Amy actually did buddy read. I did not. I failed. So I'm so sorry again, Amy. I was such a horrible buddy reader. I've only read, like, this is connected to the Hazelwood series by Melissa Albert, and in that series one of the main characters' grandmother wrote a fairy tale book, and this is the actual book that her grandma wrote. So you get to read all the fairy tales and characters that are mentioned in that book here. It's like you're actually reading her grandmother's book, which is really cool. So yeah, I've only read like 12 pages. That's the first story. But yeah, it's really thin and it's just like short little like fairy tales, and it's got really cool images as well, drawings. So I'm also reading that. I feel like there's something else I'm reading, or is that it? Let me check Goodreads. I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, can you see why my reading's been like all over the place? Oh no, that's it. That's all I'm reading at the moment. I can't even remember what would be left on my May TBR. Yeah, I don't know. It's, yeah, like I said, it's been a weird reading month. But I am, as much as I've just ranted about it, I am enjoying this book. I'm just hoping again for a fast-paced ending. So I'm gonna finish that tonight at some point. I've been listening to it pretty much all day. Like, I've been out, I just wanted to get out of the house, so I just went out to shopping centre and got some lunch and some dessert and stuff. And I've been listening to it pretty much all day, so I think I do want to give myself a break from it. I also need to film my May TBR. So I think I should film that today, because I'm like running out of time to be able to film it, and life's about to get a bit busy because I'll be starting prac next week, so I'm not gonna have time to film really. So I think I need to film that like right now if I could be bothered. I have like my TBR planned. I just need to film it. And my TBR for next month is even crazier, but anyway, that's for another vlog. But yeah, wow, okay, I've been talking for like 10 minutes. That is my long ass intro. Welcome to another reading vlog. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you when I have some reading updates. Morning, it's Wednesday the 25th. It's about 10:30 I think in the morning. Yeah. And I have an update. Last night I finally finished the audiobook for The Nobleman's Guide to Scandal and Shipwrecks by Mackenzie Lee. And I know I did talk a lot about my thoughts about the book yesterday, and I still have those thoughts, and I'm so confused. I don't know what to rate this book, because like I said, I think in like yesterday's update, I wanted more adventure, and that just like didn't happen, there was, I mean, a little bit of adventure at the end, but it was kind of more like solo adventure, and you're just kind of, again, not stuck with, but you're just listening to the main characters in a monologue of thoughts. And I feel like it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. I think it's a bad thing because that's what this series is kind of known for in the first book, the fun, fast-paced adventure, like parody adventure, and just like the chaoticness and silliness and like life or death threats that is, you know, chilling with pirates. But at the same time, it was a good thing because this book, I feel like, was more meant to be about our main character Adrian and him. I mean, I don't know how to word this. Obviously not getting over mental illness, because it's not something you can just wake up the next day and you're suddenly a changed person. But I guess coming to terms with that's what his thoughts that he has are. They are a mental illness, and I know I'm not speaking for everyone, but I know some people do prefer having a label on it so they can know that there is a reason why they think this way and that there are others that are like this. I know not everyone likes to label. I'm just saying, I think this character coming to terms that that's what it was, and that, you know, there was a label to it, there was a reason why, and coming to terms with that, coming to terms that he was, you know, he was going to be able to continue on actively living with these thoughts and these compulsions, and I guess becoming a more confident person, confident in himself and his ability, and becoming more independent. And I think that's why as well I have such mixed thoughts about this book, because yeah, it was about him becoming dependent, but at the same time finding where he belongs in his family, but still having his own identity outside that family, being able to do things for himself and rely on himself, not others, and not use others as like a safety net. But at the same time, that's what I missed in this book, was having all of our main characters for one final wacky adventure. Like, obviously two of the other Montague siblings were in this book, but there was another character, Monty, who was in this book for only 5 minutes, who was a character I adored, and he just wasn't in it, barely in it, only at like the start and the end. And then there was another female character that was introduced that I think I talked about yesterday, who I understand why she wasn't in this adventure, because again, it was about getting that independence and, you know, not having to rely on other people to do the difficult stuff that you don't want to do, or the stuff that, you know, that your mental health makes so much more harder for yourself to do. So getting that independence from her to be able to do that. But at the same time, she was such an interesting character, and I just feel like it was a lost opportunity to have. I mean, that you did have interactions between her and the other characters at the end. But yeah, I'm rambling, I know, but I just wanted to have one final fun adventure with all of the characters, old and new, getting into crazy situations together, and there was a little bit of that, just not enough for my liking. So I'm like, what do I rate this? Because do I rate it purely based on the fact that I thoroughly enjoyed the mental health rep, even though it was quite overwhelming sometimes? Like, it was a lot, but that was the point. You're meant to be in his head. But then at the same time, or do I rate it on the fact that I wanted it to be an adventure, and it was that. Like, they did do traveling and hung out with pirates and stuff, but just not to the level that I wanted it to be. I know, I've rambled and repeated myself, so I'm like, I haven't marked this as read on Goodreads yet, because like, I don't know. I'm just so conflicted, because it was a really good book, but it just was missing that adventure. My god, how many times can I say that? Anyway, so that was last night, and then I was feeling super productive because I finished a big chunky book listening to audio. So I was like, what else can I read? Because I was staring at my TBR. I like lined up my physical TBR for the month in a massive pile and was like, shit, I know I'm not going to finish it, but let's at least attempt to get through as many books this week as I can. So this morning I woke up early specifically to watch Lisa from Lisa Does Life's Sprints. Becca was on there, Jem was on there, Danny was on there I think before, but I I missed her. And yeah, oh, and Liv. So I was watching their sprints, got a little bit of reading done. I kind of caught the more end of the sprints, which was a little annoying, but time zones are time zones. So I specifically woke up to start on a new book. So, and then I was like waking up and I was like, I'm up so early. I'm really lazy. I'm never up early unless I have to be somewhere. So I was like, I'm going to be productive and, you know, clean my room and do some reading this morning. I fell asleep. I did get some reading done. I read like 50 pages. Oh no, yeah, I read like 50 pages before I fell asleep. So, semi-productive morning. So, this is the next book on my TBR that I picked up. This is called This Is Not the Just Show by Anna Carey. I believe, yeah, this is on my These Books Will Self-Destruct in 12 Months video. If you don't know what that is, you pick books that are just getting ignored on your TBR or you just haven't made time for. And if you don't read them in 12 months of filming or uploading that video, you unhaul them. So I want to make a genuine attempt to get through all the books on the list. I've already read one of them, I think, out of 10, The Gracia, so this is the second book on that list. So this is kind of pitched to be kind of like Black Mirror-y, and it gives me like the Truman Show vibes. And the Truman Show is one of my favourite movies, like one of my favourite Jim Carreys as well. It's a fantastic movie. The soundtrack, the acting, the symbolism, oh, it's a beautiful movie. So if you haven't watched the Truman Show, you need to watch it. It's great. So this book kind of follows that same plot as the Truman Show. We follow our main character. What's her name? I can't even remember. Jess, that's it. It's set in like 1998, which is the year I was born actually. And yeah, this girl just basically doesn't know that her life isn't real. She's, yeah, everything around her is scripted and they're all actors and stuff like that. Just like the Truman Show. So it's kind of like a YA version of that. Yeah, so she starts to notice weird things and people lying to her and stuff like that. So she has to like try and figure out for herself what the hell is going on. This book is bad. I'm really not enjoying it. I feel like I'm too far to DNF and it's such a short book that I'm like, I may as well just finish it today. But yeah, it's not good. So first things about this book that I don't enjoy is that the writing is cringy as hell. The setting is a high school, and I know it's a YA book, and I mean, I should have known that going in, but it's really boring to read because obviously they can't just tell you straight away that something's wrong. Like, you got to see what her life's like and the storylines and all the actors around her. Yeah, basically it's about her and the boys she's falling in love with, and she goes to like a high school party and it's just cringy. Yeah, and like every second sentence there's some 90s reference and it's driving me nuts. Like, I hate when authors do this. Like, let me find an example. They're like listening to a song and then they list the album that is off and then the song that they're listening to and then the artist, and then they'll like talk about like, oh, isn't this like this scene in this show from the 90s? And it's just so like, oh my god, there's too many of them. Yeah, for example, it's like the school band was performing a mashup of theme songs from The Perfect Strangers, Friends, Full House, The Simpsons and Family Matters. That's literally one sentence and it's so annoying to read. It's like every second sentence. Yeah, my mum's turned up the radio and we're listening to Waterfalls by TLC. And it's just so cringy and just like pulls you out of the story. Yes, I like subtle, cute references to like other books or like, you know, fandoms in a book, but not when it's like that annoying. Yeah, so that's not, and I just feel like I'm not at all connecting with the main character. Like, I don't feel sympathetic for her, even though her whole life is kind of getting turned upside down. Yeah, I just don't think it's a good book. I love the storyline, the idea of the storyline. That's why I love The Truman Show so much. Becoming aware of your reality not being real. You're trapped in something. Your whole life is a lie. Like, I love that story. And this book is wrecking it for me. Absolutely wrecking it. I'm going to finish it today. I'm about 150 pages in. I read 100 pages last night and 50 pages this morning. Because, like, it's a really, really easy read. So, I'm going to finish it hopefully this morning, try and pump through it, and then pick up another book after because I'm on a reading roll. So yeah, I'm gonna go eat something and then I'm going to continue reading. So I'll see you potentially when I finish this book. Hello, it's a couple of hours later. It is now 2 o'clock and I finished This Is Not the Jess Show by Anna Carey. Yeah, this book still sucked. It really sucked. This is a bad book. I kind of liked sort of the commentary that they were doing with that certain ending. But still that didn't make up for the other, you know, 295 pages that were just garbage. So I really regret reading this book, to be honest. I'm going to rate it 2 stars. Get out of my life. Okay, so now that that's done, I also got some book mail. I think I know what this is, so if this is what I think it is, I cannot tell you how late it is. Again, Booktopia just really on fire with their delivery. Not. God. Okay. So while I try and open this box, I'll tell you about what I'm thinking of reading next. I'm thinking of jumping straight into The Silent Patience by Alex Michaelides. Just because I'm really in a reading mood, like I've got the house to myself for a bit and it's so peaceful and I'm just really enjoying reading this week. I'm on fire if I don't say so myself. So The Silent Patient is a thriller and it's about this woman who appears to be in this perfect lovely marriage and then one day she like shoots her husband like 5 times in the head and like refuses to talk about why she did what she did. And I think you kind of follow this psychologist who like tries to get her to talk about why she literally murdered her husband. So, oh, it is what I thought it was. So yeah, I'm excited to pick this up. It's another short one. It's only like 330 pages and it's a small paperback. So yeah, so the book mail. Yay, I'm so happy. This is Burn Down, Rise Up by Vincent Torrado. I'm not sure if I'm getting this mixed up with something else, but I believe this might be his debut book. This came out on the 3rd of this month and it's now the 25th and I pre-ordered it. How shocking is that? How long I've been waiting for this book to arrive, and I ordered it from an Australian company, so it's just coming from a different state and it took that long. So I'm really annoyed, but so happy that it's finally here. Oh, that's cool. Check out those. I'm not used to buying books from Australia and there being stuff on the actual book. Is that like a bug or something? That's really cool. Okay. I wasn't expecting that at all. Sorry, that really took me by surprise. Oh, and little like black end papers. Okay, this is really cool. So I was planning on doing like an anticipated releases video for May. I just never ended up filming it. And when I was researching for it, I found this book, which sounds so cool. So there were only 3 rules. 3 rules to live by for the next hour if we wanted to survive. 1, before 3 a.m. but no earlier than 2:45 a.m. Flip a coin 3 times to decide between 2 directions. 2, begin the journey the minute it is 3 a.m. and chant "We Are Echo Bound" 3 times, continue in the direction chosen. Number 3, do not end the journey before 4 a.m. If you try, you will become part of the journey. So this is about mysterious disappearances, an urban legend rumored to be responsible, and one group of friends determined to save their city at any cost. For more than a year, the Bronx has been plagued by a sudden disappearance that no one can explain. We follow 15-year-old Raquel, and she does her best to ignore it. After all, the police only look out for white kids. But when her crush Charlize's cousin goes missing, Raquel starts to pay attention, especially when her own mum comes down with a mysterious illness that seems linked to all the disappearances. Raquel and Charlize team up to investigate, but they soon discover that everything is tied to a terrifying urban legend called the Echo Game. The game is rumored to trap people in a sinister world underneath the city, and the rules are based on a particularly dark chapter in New York's past. If the friends want to save their home and everyone they love, they will have to play the game and destroy the evil at its heart or die trying. Like, tell me that doesn't sound amazing. The cover as well, just absolutely stunning. I'm so excited to read this book. I'm so mad. If I had known that it was arriving today, I so would have put it on my TBR, because I literally filmed my TBR video yesterday. Gosh darn it. It's like it's really short. It's like 300 pages. Damn, I might have to do a sneaky and just read it anyway. Not this month, because I'm trying to make my way through my TBR that I already have. But I might have to sneak it in somewhere next month, because doesn't this sound absolutely amazing? Yeah, I'm so excited. I can't get over the, like this on the actual hardback. That's so cool. And it like wraps around to the back. That's sick. I really hope I enjoy this book. I feel like I will. It sounds great. So that's my book mail. So yeah, like I said, I think I'm just going to jump straight into The Silent Patient. I'm really excited to jump into a thriller. I hope it's great. I know this is a super popular thriller. So that's my update. Sorry about the lack of B-roll footage in this vlog so far. I feel like it's just been me talking and talking and talking, but I'm having a good couple of reading days, and I know the momentum is going to slow down tomorrow when I have TAFE, and then Friday. What I have something on Friday, and then I'm working Saturday. So yeah, I know the momentum's going to slow, so I just want to keep it going while I can. So I might take a break and watch a couple of episodes of something, and then I'm definitely going to jump into this. Hey, it is, I don't even know what date it is. Friday. It's Friday the 27th. It's about 1:30. So it's time for an update. I wasn't feeling great yesterday, so I didn't go into TAFE, so I only had a test anyway for one of my classes, so I just did that from home. And then I'm still not feeling, I still feel like a tad bit off, so I'm just taking it easy today. The only thing I've done today, I just got home from, is, so I think I've said before a lot of times on this channel, I don't drive. So I'm still on my L's as a 23-year-old, which is, yeah, we're not going to talk about that. But anyway, my license expired at the end of March. Which is very inconvenient, not from a driving perspective, from just having an ID perspective. So I was like, I need to get it back in date. So it's so dumb. If your L's expires, you have to go retake the knowledge test, pay the $47 to retake the knowledge test, and then pay the $20 on top of that for the license fee. So I'm very mad that money is out of my account, and maybe that will be inspiration enough to me to hurry up and get more hours and start driving properly, because the sting of paying $47 to do the driver's test for the second time hurt. And it's so frustrating. You can't just go renew your license and pay for the new license. You have to retake the test. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Anyway, so that's what I've done today. Rip my bank account. After that, I passed, thank god. Can you imagine if I didn't pass? I'd have to pay another $47. Anyway, so that's what I did today. I just got home from that. It's actually a really lovely day out there, so it was not too bad of a walk home, which was nice. So, in terms of reading, I haven't done much since the last time I updated. I did start The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, like I said I was going to, but I only read 22 pages, so I'm up to chapter 4. Yeah, so I just don't think I'm in the mood to read, and that's why I'm not picking this up. Not the book's fault. I've only read 20 pages, so not really enough to have a vibe about it yet. They've just kind of started to introduce the situation, what happened with the murder, like all that stuff. And then the psychologist, who it looks like the book will be from his perspective. He just introduced himself and his history and why he's a psychologist. So yep, that's what I've read of that. I've also read, I read more than I thought. I read 26 pages yesterday of Vampire Academy. This is because I put Frostbite on my TBR for next month, so I need to get this done. So I think these two, maybe not even, I think this is one that I'm going to really try and focus on finishing before the end of the month. If I get nothing else read, it's okay, because I will have at least finished this one. So that's my plan. I don't see myself reading today. Yeah, I'm just not in the mood for it. You know what I might do? I might pop on some music and do some diamond painting, because I haven't had a proper chance to sit down and do it. So I'm going to do that, which I'm really excited about. And then at 5 p.m. tonight, it is the night from God. We have Stranger Things Part 1 premiere at 5 o'clock my time. The only benefit of living in Australia is showtimes come out at like 5-6 p.m, like great timing for us. And then the new bloody Kenobi show starts tonight as well, which is wild. I've been thinking and seeing all the arguments online, like, you know, what's everyone's priority? And I think I'm going to have to say Stranger Things is going to be my priority. I'm definitely going to watch that first and then watch Kenobi later. I'm like, the excitement I'm feeling right now and the anticipation. We've waited 2 years for this show, guys. 2 goddamn years between seasons. I am beyond excited. This is one of my favourite shows ever. And it's bittersweet because it's like the final premiere that we'll be watching of this show. But I'm so excited. It looks like it's going to be an amazing last season. Yeah. So that's all I'm going to be doing tonight. No one talk to me. No one look at me. The phone's going off. It's just me and Stranger Things tonight, and I'm so excited. It's going to be a wild Friday night here, as all of my Friday nights are just as wild. So yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my god, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Stranger Things night. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh my god, I need to get a life. Okay, anyway, bye. Sunday, it's about 1:30. Just a little update for you guys. I don't have a massive update. So yeah, I'm currently on Meredith from Reading with Merbs reading spins. She invited me and Sasha from Sash Reads and Asia on. And it's been a really fun morning. I've really enjoyed it. They're a bunch of lovely ladies, so yeah, it's been good. We've been going for like just 4 hours, so good, nice, long, solid sprints. I'm probably going to jump off after the sprint though, because I've got stuff to do. But yeah, I've read about 60 pages. Hasn't been the most productive sprints for me. 60 pages is probably not that much, but in one sprint I was doing washing, in one sprint I was having lunch, so like I have actual excuses. So yeah, I've been reading Vampire Academy. I believe it's been like 2 weeks since I've attempted to read this book. Yeah, I feel like I'm not enjoying this book much because of how high schooly it is. And Rose, like, the stuff that she said, I don't know if I've already said this or not. If I have, I'll cut it out. But the stuff that she says is so like cringy and like high school drama, and the different beefs between her and the other girls in the school is just like not interesting to read. It's not what I want to read about. So I think I just have to really push through this book to be able to get to the sequels that are a little like, that are not at all about school and so much better. So I'm going to try and push through this. I'm definitely going to not going to get it done today. Hoping to get at least to the 200 page mark today. This is, I think I've given up on even attempting to read The Silent Patient. The other book I was reading was Tales from the Hinterland, the collection of like fairy tales from the Hazelwood series. I give up on that one as well. I think in the next, how many days? There's like, what, 2 more days of the month? I think this is going to be my sole focus, just so I can get at least one more book done this month. And because I already told you how I put the next book on my TBR for next month, so this is going to be my only priority. Yeah, that's about my only update. I'm still unsure if I want to make this a 2-week vlog and just continue on to 2 weeks, or if I have enough content, because the start of the week I was doing much better with reading, so I think I might have enough content to just make this one vlog, but I don't know. I'll let you know in the next update whether I do that or not. So yeah, that's my quick little update. I'm just still reading Vampire Academy slowly. So there's like 20 minutes left of this sprint. So I'm going to see if I can get up to page 200 in this sprint, because it's not very hard to read this book quickly. Anyway, yeah, that's my update. Bye. Hey, so it's actually Monday. I totally forgot to wrap this up yesterday. I got a bit distracted because I got lazy. No, I didn't get lazy. I was on sprints. So I told you guys yesterday I was going on Meredith's sprints. And I jumped off at about like 1:30, and Meredith ended up going pretty much the whole day. She went for like 11 hours, I think, almost 12. So I jumped back on at like 6ish, I think it was, and I was like, you know what, I may as well just try and finish this. It's not a read that's going to take me a while. Like, I'm flying through it. So Meredith, just to like keep me accountable, was like, okay, we'll keep sprinting until you finish. I was like, pressure. But yeah, I got it done in like 2 sprints, which was good. Yeah, I'd probably give it 3 stars. I will continue on with my reread of the series, obviously. I think, as I keep saying in this vlog, it will get better. I know it gets better. And I cannot wait to actually get to the books that are actually good and not high school drama, cringy beef. And Rose was, yeah, you can tell at the end of this book, Rose is starting to like mature a little bit towards the end of this book, and that's great because girl needed it. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with the reading I've got done this week. Usually I don't read enough in a week to do just a 1 week reading vlog, so I'm happy that I did that, and I'm happy that I think I have enough footage to do a video out of this. I guess I'll see when I'm editing. So I'm gonna go because I need to figure out what I will be doing in the next reading vlog, which is starting today. So I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go start the next reading vlog. So thank you so much for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I read this week. Let me know what you got read this week. How many books? What was a standout? Did you have a bad reading week, a good reading week? Let me know. As always, all of my social media links are in the description below. Subscribe if you would like to see more of me, or maybe give this video a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you in whatever I end up posting next. Okay, bye!